Hello.
Hey, welcome,
Hi,
welcome, welcome,
Trey.
welcome.
Hello, friends. This is The Solution.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
are back from a short hiatus. We had to we had to wait for this box, and then we had some technical issues last week. So sorry about that.
yeah. My internet decided to start dropping 50% of its packets on a regular basis. So
Wah, wah, wah.
they're working on it. They're working on it. But
But
special thanks to our friend Sean, who is hosting this stream. He's in the chat as Chode068.
thank you, Sean.
So he's essentially producing for us today. Thank you, Sean, for
It
producing.
feels so fancy having a producer.
Yeah, it feels a little weird.
You should get credits at the end of the show.
Yeah, one day we will have the show credits, and you will be credited, sir.
So today we're going to start on the very beginning of box 2 of this season of Hunt a Killer. It's called Initiation, and we just got box 2. We've followed Jasper so far through 1 month of cryptic things, and we kind of have sort of an idea a little bit of what's happening in his life. And today we're going to find out more. So let's dig in.
Yeah. So we got this new box. I have all of the images of all the stuff in the new box. You can see it in the sidebar here. I'm pointing to it really excitedly, but you can't tell. Yeah. But I have it. It's going to be great. Where do we want to start? What do we want to dig into? What drew your attention in this box? I have everything kind of in what I think makes sense order. I have the letter from Felix, and then we go into the letter from Meg. And so you want to just do that?
Yeah. Let's start there. Why don't you take the first one?
All right. Do we want to kind of catch anybody up on where we left off with box one?
Yeah, let's
we
do
should
that.
do that. God, man, it's like we planned.
Close.
Yeah. And also, chat. If you're in chat, sound off in chat and participate. We want your suggestions because honestly, we are idiots and can't solve this without them.
Absolutely. Absolutely agree with that.
It's important. It's important.
Yeah, so where do we start with box 1? So we are following Jasper Flowers, was it?
Jasper Flowers.
Jasper Flowers.
Yeah.
He's in some kind of like mental institution, probably, I think. They're putting him through some tests that we're not entirely sure about yet.
We have these memos that talk about these tests right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He seems to be quite apt at mechanical things. Sounds like he can take a lot of things apart and put them back together with great accuracy.
Meg, in one of her letters, mentioned that she expects him to repair his typewriter. He was missing the J and the Z key on his typewriter.
Yep. There was a newspaper clip that was included in the first box that talked about a gruesome murder scene found at a computer museum. So we're thinking that that's the crime that he was convicted for, but it doesn't really actually spell that out. So we're just kind of guessing. He seems like they did this, what was it? The initial resident intake, first impressions. And he seemed fairly down to earth. There were a couple of weird little notes. And then it looks like they did another assessment. What was it? 6 months later?
Sorry.
Something like
I
that.
was distracted.
2/15/04 is the intake, and then 8/17. Yeah. So 6 months later, they did a resident growth assessment, and everything all looks pretty great on there. There was one note that I had about his orientation.
It was this thing. He didn't seem to be oriented. They didn't mark anything about orientation, where they also at the same time suggested that he lives in an apartment instead of on facility grounds. And so that was weird.
Yeah.
Because that would definitely, as a non-medical professional, strikes me as someone who is not oriented.
Right. So there was some cryptic shit in here from Sylvia. She had us solve a little riddle that was around the borders of her letter to Jasper.
All these numbers. Yep. Yeah, these numbers in the border here.
Yep. So that was a cool one. And then we also had a letter from Jasper that had a whole bunch of times at the bottom of it that we solved to read some other cryptic shit.
Yep, this letter from Jasper. These are the times which, when we decoded them, said, I took Manny apart like Humpty Dumpty, but next time I will find a way to best the king's men.
And then we
I
also
don't know
figured
why I
out.
capitalized kings here.
Well,
They're important. Kings
proper
are
title,
important.
I guess.
Maybe.
So we figured that Manny was. We figured out that Manny was. What was he like? He had some relation with Sylvia. Manny retired. Da-da-da-da-da. What was it? Oh no, he was a pawnbroker.
Yes.
When I turned 16, I was able to get a job with a pawnbroker down the road, Manny.
Yes, it was Jasper's more formal letter.
Yeah.
It was the actual LFOA letter, like the formal LFOA letter. Where was it? This one? It was this one.
No. It was on the.
No,
It was on the.
It was the letter to Mr. Jones. Is that right?
No, it was in Jasper's letter with the missing, with all the times. And
yeah,
stuff.
it was in this one.
He was like telling his life story or whatever. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He did have this other letter though that he sent to a Mr. Warren Jones, who is the director of operations for the Listening Friends of America.
Remind me what this one had.
It was essentially his letter saying he was looking to help with Listening Friends of America, and that can be a very helpful set of hands.
I see. Okay. So yeah, so far Jasper seems pretty cryptic, but this is just month 1. So moving on to month 2.
Oh, we also found, this is the article about the creepy thing. Okay, and moving on to month 2.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the package. Hold on, so we got the package. And
same kind of markings as the first one.
Is this just a compass on a card? What is this?
Yeah, it's like a card stock, like a really thick card stock, and it's I don't know, like 5x7 maybe.
Okay. For anyone who doesn't have context on this, it's big.
Yeah, it's like a.
It's like the size of a. Okay. For anyone who doesn't have context, I am 800 miles away from Emily, so she sends me photos and scans of all these documents, and so I see all of this stuff essentially secondhand, and so I have to ask these types of questions. And then we get into the first letter from Felix. Do we want to talk about the other physical stuff in the box real quick?
Yeah, let's just kind of go through the inventory first.
There was this photo, which was interesting to me. This stuck out to me immediately.
I know, I saw that too.
Yep. Mostly because referring back to Sylvia's letter, in the border there was coded, and in the border was coded, hang in there just a little longer.
Just a little longer.
Just a little longer, but we don't know why those letters were missing. That's a mystery, but that's why this stuck out to me immediately.
Yeah, I also want to point out that this, the quality that you see on that photo, it's because it's a photo of a photo. This is actually like, I mean, it's printed on this like cardstock, but it's actually like photo quality. It's not like a sketch. Yeah. It kind of looks like a sketch.
Oh yeah, no, it had that Tinotype kind of look to it to me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then we have this pillbox.
I guess. Yeah. It's like a tiny little thing. This is that.
I looked at this thing, and the only thing that strikes me about this is it's mirrored, which leads me to believe we're going to mirror something. But
I mean,
otherwise, like inspecting this closely, I see nothing else of note about it.
Yeah, there's nothing remarkable about it. The top is very mirrored. The inside is like so. It's kind of wavy. So I don't know that we would use it to like decode anything because it's pretty, like, not flat mirror, despite how it looks in the picture.
Interesting. And then we had the only other thing other than letters that was in here was this interesting sketch thing. Never mind. I just answered a question that we'll come back to. So
okay.
Half of this text is backwards. We're gonna have to mirror it.
Okay.
So
I hadn't even really looked that close.
Yeah, I just noticed now. As soon as I looked, I was like, "Oh, this is what the mirror's for."
I mean, full disclosure, I've had this like an entire week, and it's so difficult for me to not, like, I want to look at it, and I have to like prepare all these things and send them to you, and not like read anything.
Oh, we literally have to mirror this whole page.
Gibberish.
We have
I feel
to
like we could do that electronically.
Yeah, we're gonna do that electronically because it is 2018 and we don't need a stinking pillbox to make this happen.
I mean, even when this is taking place in 2000, I'm pretty sure that there were image programs that could do
It was
that.
more difficult, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, it was possible. It was possible.
Okay, so what else do we have in here? Just some letters that
Letters.
Sylvia?
This one stood out to me because it's burned.
Yeah.
But yeah, letter from Sylvia, and we have just the general letters that would come through the other thing. Oh, and this other letter that we'll get to from the sheriff of Bozeman, Montana. That is new information regarding the murder, I believe. I haven't read it. I noticed all these things, but I didn't read them. So are we ready to start reading these letters?
I think we are.
All right, welcome to letter reading time with Emily and Trey. I'll go first.
Okay.
This letter is from Felix. I think we noted it the last time, but at the top his letterhead says ex litteris. Which, what did we mean? The letters, I think, is what we looked it up.
Hold on a second.
I don't remember what it was.
Felix ex litteris.
Ex-litteris.
Happiness from the letter.
Happiness from the letter. Thank you.
It's so appropriate. I love it.
But Felix says, listening friend, we have a growing concern about the stability of the Bozeman facility. Something isn't quite right regarding what Randall told me. But he could not have taken the full tour because Dr. Cortez doesn't have the proper clearance codes to see the entire facility. Only I do. From what I remember, Dr. Cortez is not much of a talker either. I hope that this is only perhaps because Randall is more charming than I. Well, we'll continue to remain covert in our efforts to understand the situation. I absolutely do not want to shoot the pooch as a pup. Never heard that statement before. Not once have I heard that statement before.
That is a really weird, mangled together sentence.
The only thing to be done is to maintain our current course of action. If the plan needs altering, I will let you know. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Expect to hear from me again at a time to be determined. Onward well, Felix. What a weird salutation.
I'm going to start using that in all my business correspondence.
Onward well.
Onward well.
Cheers feels real played out at this point, so yeah, I'm going onward well.
I use best, honestly.
Best is good, yeah.
It's so bland.
A lot of times I just don't do anything, just Trey.
Yeah.
I have I'm the worst as far as like corporate signatures go. It's just Trey. What do you do, Trey? Sometimes I'll include it if I feel like it's relevant.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Do you want to read the next one, or do you want me to keep going?
I'm actually trying to my reading in a moment here. So why don't you keep going?
Yeah, sure. So that's the letter from Felix. Obviously there's something going on with Randall. I'm honestly not certain who Randall is. I think it has to do with those memos. We'll go back and revisit that in a minute. So we're not done with this letter from Felix, but we want to like go through all of the things in this box before we start dissecting the things in this box. So the next letter is the letter from Listening Friends of America from Inspector Meg Gibson. She is the one that inspects all of...
If I can just make a quick suggestion, why don't we move to the sheriff's?
You want to immediately move to the sheriff's right now?
Who Randall is, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you read this. Way to cheat.
Well, I read the signature.
Oh, okay. The sheriff's name is Randall Dietrich. Okay.
That's
all right. So the next letter we have is from Randall Dietrich, the Gatlin County Sheriff. This looks like it's a letter to Felix from Randall. So should I make this sound like a Montanan sheriff? Do Montanans have southern accents? This one is. All right.
I think it should. I think he should have come from Texas.
All right. We'll see what I can do here. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh man, it's gonna be bad.
I'm gonna sit here with my coffee and giggle.
Ripcord, bailing. I can't do it. Any other time I can
Felix.
do it. Dear Felix, I've got an update for you on that problem you wrote me about. I drove out to your facility to have a look around, like you asked me. I drove out to your facility to have a look around, like you asked, and met with Dr. Cortez, who gave me a full tour of the grounds. I have to say, that's quite a setup you've got there. From the way folks around here talk, I guess I was expecting it to be sort of grim, but it's not so bad. Maybe a little worn around the edges, but pretty cozy, I'd say. Anyway, Dr. Cortez showed me around the administrative offices and the rec room and let me poke around in a couple of the empty patient rooms too. We had a good long chat about how things have been going there, and as far as I can see, everything's running pretty smoothly. All in all, I was impressed. Seems like the patients are comfortable and the building's in good shape, and apart from the grounds being a bit overgrown, I didn't notice anything too out of the ordinary. I hate to say it, but I think you may have been making a mountain out of a molehill. If you see what I mean. I don't. I have a couple more details to verify before I'm completely satisfied, but if you ask me, you're in good hands with Dr. Cortez. That Will's one of the good ones, I'd say. Will is someone's name. Okay, that Will's one of the good ones, I'd say. I'll be sending you my full report soon. In the meantime, I hope this puts your mind at ease. All the best. Randall Dietrich, Sheriff, Atlan County Sheriff's Office.
Finally got the accent for like
I had to slide into it. As soon as I was like, I can't just jump in here. I had to like work it out. I had to figure out who Randall was. He's way more chill than I initially anticipated him to be.
So, a couple of just real brief observations. Obviously, Felix was talking about Randall, the sheriff, and how this letter that he included is fairly hinky because so-and-so isn't a talker. Also, Dr. Cortez and Randall refers to Dr. Cortez as Will. Her name is Willa. She did some of the memos about Cobra. So, like, that's suspicious.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, the sheriff thinks that Will dude and never actually met her, maybe?
Yeah, no, that's legit. I see that. Interesting. Either that or they're way too familiar and he's just making shit up.
Possible.
Because, I mean, like you said, like, he called her Will. Yeah. I honestly didn't even put that together as that person being Dr. Cortez until you pointed it out. So that is a very casual saying of Willa.
Yeah.
I would not do that lightly.
Right.
Unless he is that chill. Like, I mean, like, you know, that was my read on it initially.
So chill.
He's so chill, he just makes up nicknames for people.
Possibly.
I will. She's one of the good ones. Yeah. All right. We'll have to think about that. All right. Okay. So we want to move on to the letter from Meg?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, we'll take this one.
All right.
So branded at the top, with Listening Friends of America, as letters are. Dear listening friend, I hope you're enjoying your relationship with your new friend, even if it is a little one-sided. I also hope the new initiative is proving to be helpful for you, but I hope I do not chase you away from the program by suggesting there's anything dangerous in our process. Our process is like any other. Excuse me. It is a lot like developing film, which I do often. Your friend puts a snapshot in their outgoing bin, and when we pick it up, the inspection process is a lot like coaxing the image from the film to print. There are steps to follow, and jargon, and chemicals. What? Every time I look at my camera, I think about how crazy it is that photography can apply to so many things. We really are just looking out for your mental well-being to keep you healthy and whole. Thanks for listening. Meg Gibson, Inspector, Friends of America. I feel like there's some hidden meaning in some of that. Maybe. What's up?
I'm trying to figure out why she brought up chemicals, because it's not like she developed this photo.
Like, no, the photo, I think...
It came from Felix, right?
No.
Or, I'm sorry, it came from
yeah.
It came from Jasper, not Felix. I got the wrong name.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, it's very strange.
All right.
Yeah.
That moves us on to Jasper's letter. Or would we like to do Sylvia's letter first? We did it in the other order last time, but I think it honestly makes more sense to hear from Jasper before we hear from Sylvia.
Sure. Yeah, okay. We can do that.
All right. So the next letter is from Jasper. I'll take this one again.
Sure.
So from Jasper. Hello again, new friend. I finally fixed the missing keys. What a glaring irregularity in the machine, having neither Z nor J. It worked out in the end, I think. Unfortunately, the keys still stick a little. Things are not working in harmony. There is dissonance. I will continue to tinker with the typewriter until it achieves the perfect balance. This will be another small project to explore. Where are the points of friction? Where does the machine work well? Do they require annexation? Are there any parts that are unnecessary? Vestigial organs are present in many species in the world. Did you know that? Do you see any? Most biologists claim that our own appendix is one. I'm not so sure. Never mind the biologists. I eagerly anticipate another vault into an even bigger project. Troll face.
Right.
But I will pace myself. Patience is imperative. So is prudence. My second family's illustrated collection of fables by Aesop included one about a grasshopper who spends the entire summer season dancing and singing. He criticizes the ant. You just described Jiminy Cricket. Who spends the summer working and harvesting for the winter. When winter finally arrives, the grasshopper, dying of starvation, begs the ant for food. Sorry, I'm ruining the story. The industrious ant spurs the improvident, spurns the improvident grasshopper and spends the season warm and sated. The grasshopper dies in the cold, a speck in the snow. The difference between the survival of the ant and suffering of the grasshopper is easy to distill. The ant had what the grasshopper did not, patience and prudence, i.e., a plan. If the grasshopper had a plan to follow, a formula to plot, he would have found himself with a sense of direction, and that would have given him more time to live. That is how any of us get anywhere, direction and time. Interesting. You can see that Sylvia is patient with me. She can be very excitable at times, but I am very patient with her. I am not partial to her fairer themed jewelry. The J is weird. Oh, he had to replace it with he had to replace it with a with her fair themed jewelry, but then we all have our tastes. I prefer moving parts, like the hinge in this mirrored box. Sylvia has a taste that can sometimes teeter on the edge of eccentric. She lacks focus and adaptability. We both know how her expo went. We do. I assume by your agreement to this pen pal program that you have patience. But do you have prudence? The crow that flies and lands is wise and rests to fly another day. The gull that sails too far will fall to the sea and wash away. That is something I remember, but I do not know from when or where I learned that phrase. Over the years, I have come to learn that empirically, the metaphor holds true, even if seagulls are not built to fly over the sea, just as you or I may be built for only one purpose or another. That is why it takes more than ourselves to truly do great things. Do you not think so? That is why society has various roles to fill, and different people are suited for different roles. A sheriff came by the other day. I did not speak to him, but I did see him. He appeared to be rather rugged, yet handsome man. Maybe from Texas. Well built for law enforcement. Just as I am well built for my role here. I have made a joke for you to please enjoy. What did the grasshopper need to tend his farm? And then we have equations. 2 pi 3, 5 pi 4, pi 2, 5 pi 3, 5 pi 2.
3 pi 2.
Whatever. Ever so cordially, Jasper. Math isn't important when you're doing math.
Disagree, but all right.
So Jasper left us a small puzzle that is supposedly a joke, but is probably going to be morbid AF. He
Yeah, his
saw
sense of humor is super weird.
he saw our sheriff friend. He repaired his typewriter. He wants us to pay attention to what Sylvia wrote. And he likes grasshoppers. So there's that.
All right.
Also, the vault thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a little on the nose.
All right, so last up we have this letter to Jasper from Sylvia.
Yep. This one I super duper cheated on and transcript because I wanted to be able to read it without squinting. Very difficult.
Yeah, that inspected label. So like, note for Hunt a Killer. Like, while I think it's a really cool effect, and like my document's black and white, and I imagine yours has a big red inspected stamp on it.
No,
right?
it's actually it's a photocopy.
It's a photocopy. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, like it really
It's like
makes this hard to read here. Some
Yeah.
contrast would help. Maybe just a lighter inspected stamp. Anyway,
Yeah.
Weird design note. Moving on.
Okay, so this is to Jasper from Celia. Dear Jasper, it's been a while since you. Nope. Yes. Yes.
Maybe.
Sorry. It's been a while since you left, so I wanted to finally reach out. Sorry it took me so long, but I needed some time to process something. Ev, I'm sure it's like everything I heard about what happened.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to react. Something makes sense to me. Maybe it doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe you're capable of killing unless you felt you had no other choice.
Oh man. I
Mm-hmm.
blank want makes sense now.
I just can't.
I just can't make sense. Yep.
Okay.
And then the other one is everything.
Or it just doesn't. It's got to be. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Makes sense to me. Whoa.
Okay. I don't believe you're capable of killing unless you felt you had no other. Did Manny hurt you? Was he abusive to you emotionally, mentally? I can try to help if you tell me what happened. I don't expect you to open up right away, but just know that I'll be here for you. So how are you holding up? Is the therapy coming along well? The circumstances aren't exactly ideal, but I'm sure it's nice to talk to a professional. Maybe they'll help sort out this whole mess. It'd be great if they could release you soon. I was invited to put on a demonstration at this artisan expo in Helena. It's about a month away, and I'd love for you to be able to come see it. Is that what she was first letter? Where they cut her time down or whatever, and she didn't want to make a molten blob and blah.
I think yes.
Yeah. So I wonder if these letters are out of order then?
Wait. Invited me to that. Do you remember my last letter when I said it was one of the committee members that judge you had to cut down time for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I believe that expected to me.
Or maybe this is a whole other expo. I don't know.
No, it's also the
said,
artisan.
Then he said, we both know how the expo went. So, like, yeah, these have to be out of order.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. So
that's bizarre, but okay.
Note for the future. The shop is still doing fine, in case you were wondering. I didn't want to mess with your workstation while you're away, but I needed to do some cleaning. Don't worry, though. I put everything back in the same exact. I know how particular you are on your desk, so I took a photo for reference before handing it off. Didn't even notice when I was typing that. That's what that photo is. When you come back, everything will be just the way you left it, even your special copy of The Sound and the Fury, which I did not see in the picture. Okay. Speaking of, I wanted to send you some books to help you pass the time, but I don't think I'm allowed. My colleague at Montana State sent me a really interesting book on farriery that I think you'd love. It's given me some inspiration from my next jewelry line, actually, something equestrian themed. How does a horseshoe necklace sound? Horseshoes are such iconic symbols of early craftsmanship. They remind me of the tame, well-trained workhorses I grew up seeing on every neighbor's farm. An obedient horse will never jump a rail fence. It's crafted. The standard rail fence has a height of 3 and a cycle of 4. That's not cryptic at all. I also like the idea of a stallion necklace. Stallions are bridled. They look the most beautiful running at full speed, completely free from human control. They are their own masters. Now I'm not sure which necklace I'd prefer. Take care, Sylvia.
What the crap is that stuff about a fence and a horse?
I don't know. I'm sure we're going to use it, though.
Oh, man. Is there anything in the weird in the border this time? Did we inspect?
I did not actually look very hard.
The book next to the water bottle? Yeah, I was looking, Zart. It was hard to see.
I don't see anything.
You think it's this one?
Ooh. I found stuff. It's at the bottom on the right-hand side of the letter. Nope, sorry, of the letter. The border. Go over. Yep, right there.
Oh, if D ye o na u avu.
Accurate. Yep. You want to make a note there on the slide? You fucking weirdo.
Yes. Yes, yep. I do.
Yep, I do.
I'm going to just make an arrow. It's going to be an arrow right here.
If D Y apostrophe E O N A V U W.
Why is my arrow backwards? I have an arrow.
Gotta grab it and the other. Swing it around.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't honestly know.
What are you doing?
What's happening with this arrow? All right, we'll deal with this later. Okay.
Good job, Google Slides. You make that very intuitive.
What a weird arrow. Oh my God. Okay, back to the book. Yeah, so that book. That's the book that I was talking about. All right.
Okay.
So the one, can you see it in your photo better? Or did you look up the book? You Googled the book, didn't you? That's smart. And then we could have just compared the cover.
Let's see, y'all. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, that's the Sound of the Fury. What's next to it? I can't even see it.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's another book.
I would have to get like a magnifying glass.
That's a weird flashlight, though.
I
think that's a flashlight.
I
mean, it's water bottle, pen cup, flashlight.
Why
storage.
Flashlight?
I don't know. I don't know what this is on the desk, but that looks interesting.
It says the photo, like that big bit on the bottom says the photo.
Yeah, maybe. And then the hang in there, kitty, which is very clear.
It is very clear. And there's like a little bonsai tree and a
bonsai tree, camera, and then something black down the bottom.
Keyboard.
Yep. Also, note for everyone's reference, if you didn't understand, these markings in the corners are signifying what box all of this stuff came in, just as a purpose of sorting. Cool. All right, so now we have this cryptic document that's backwards.
Yeah, we should just try seeing what it looks like.
Can I do that in here? Let's see if I can do that in here. All right, Google Photos. You got my back on this?
I'm gonna try.
Rotate. Flip horizontally. Yep, nailed it.
Cool.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to flip it because I've got it in Evernote. Actually.
Oh, there's grasshopper stuff here.
Okay, hold on.
We're also gonna have to rotate and like mess with this thing a bunch, so I apologize in advance. Everybody who's watching, you're gonna have to watch me fumble through this a little bit, but I think I can manage. Look at that. You know what? New idea. Duplicate. Boom. We'll do one vertical, one horizontal, and that way I can just kind of flip through them a little bit easier. Okay. Oops. Okay, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Are you in the slide? Can you read this? Yeah, there you go. Just do that.
I will be able to once it all loads. There's a lot going on my computer right now.
Yeah, that's true. We do many things.
Yes.
So this is not easy to read. This big paragraph in the middle, I think, is going to be the easiest to start with. I'll just kind of start there.
Okay.
I think this big paragraph in the middle says, I give you the mausoleum of all hope and desire. I give it to you, not that you may remember time, but that you may forget it now and then for a moment, and not spend all of your trying to conquer it, because no battle is ever won. They are not even fought. The field only reveals to man his own folly and despair, and victory is an illusion of philosophies and fools. Ooh, victory is an illusion of philosophies and fools. Ooh, that's good. I like that.
At the top, it looks like it says grasshopper escapement. Is that a thing? Is that a word?
Yeah, it is. It might be misused here, but it is a word.
Grasshopper is trapped. It looks like it used to say for all time, and it's.
Yeah, it might have been cut off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this is a collage of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if this is like his diary or journal or something.
Yeah.
Felt alone again. Time circles around, and each hand clicks like a slap in my face.
Can rotate a little bit.
Here. Oh, that's tiny. I can't read it. Here's something oh man, something place.
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm trying. Each hand clicks like a shape in my face.
No, like a slap in my face.
Like a slap in my face. Here remains I in my barren place.
Wowzers, that's pretty dark.
Okay, next one over. Pallet to pallet. I am finished, and so the next pallet takes the pressure until it is my time again. Okay. We have some
like figure B
we got
here.
math. We got math on figure B. That might be relevant. Above figure B, another horizontal piece of text. You want to go with this one? This one's probably easier to read.
The gears along the line, the cogs of which define how time is measured, how space unfolds, how to each his own tale is told. How to each his own tale is told. Okay.
Okay, above that and upside down is this, what looks like a list, but it's actually a sentence. Father, mother, why did you not give to me a watch?
Dang, he's mad at mom and dad.
There's some text. If you rotate the page, Emily, there's some text along the bottom.
The galloping horse, whose hooves beat in time, the clicking of space going by.
Okay.
Have you ever...
This shit is whack.
Have you ever on the internet in your travel?
Good call, sir. We will start Googling a bunch of these quotes. You are spot on with that. That's a good call. I didn't think about it, but we will be doing that.
Have you ever read the time cube theory?
No. Is it? The time cube theory is a book?
No, it's a website. Just look it up later. Or look it up now. I mean, it's probably on the way back.
Wait, hold on. Here's a meme. Here's a know your meme. The
Well,
time cube.
I mean, that'll explain it.
The time cube is a pseudoscientific theory of time and space developed by former electrician Jean Ray, who asserts that there are 4 simultaneous days created with a single rotation of Earth, largely due to controversial aspects of Ray's theory on everything. Both the website and the puzzling concept of the time cube have been subject to tongue-in-cheek parodies and satire on the internet.
It's super whack, and it's like it sounds. This sounds a lot like some time cube shit, which I find hilarious.
Oh.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh. I am a true time cube earther. How do I join this club? We have gone down a rabbit hole, friends.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where it starts.
Oh man.
It's so good.
This text is so large.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys probably don't notice how large this text truly is, but it is large.
Yeah, it's like 30-point font.
I do like this background, though. Look at this with the warped grid. That's kind of fun. Anyway, we have diverged from the point. So this document's got a lot of stuff going on. Sylvia definitely mentioned a stallion. Jasper mentioned horses and stallions over and over and over again, particularly in this document. We also have a picture of a freaking horse with a clock under it and some math next to it. Yeah, we got diagrams of watches, another diagram of some gears in a latch. This looks like some sort of counting device.
What does?
The figure A.
Oh, the figure A? Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have some other weird, like, geometric drawings, which are probably irrelevant.
Maybe. So.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the obvious one. The one at the bottom of Jasper's letter. His joke.
Okay.
I don't math.
I mean, calculators are a thing. Hold on a second. I'm pulling one up. Give me a sec.
Okay.
We are definitely going to need this bugger to be scientific. So.
Right.
View scientific. Thank you. All right. So let's do. I honestly don't know what this is going to do. I haven't used a scientific calculator in a long time, so leave me alone, internet. Pi isn't even on here. I need to go another level deep. Programmer.
Let's just use 2.14.
What? Oh, man, but what if it needs to be way more exact?
I don't think it's gonna.
All right, fine. All right, so
2.1415.
Two.
Or yeah, 3.14.
Oh dear God! Thank you, Sean. Thank you. I didn't even realize how wrong she was.
This is why I don't math.
I didn't even realize how wrong she was.
Oh man, this is why we need you guys. Thank you.
All right, then we'll do this. Okay, so 2 pi divide 3 is 2.0943 repeating.
Okay, hold on. Let me get some to write stuff down. Oh.
Oh
okay,
wait, there's a pi button. Hold on. No, we're doing this way more deep.
Oh boy.
I just found the pi button. Oh yeah, this answer's gonna be different.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Are you ready now? Yeah. Suck it, Emily. So now the answer is
right now.
So now the answer is 2.094395102393195.
Nope, not writing all that shit down. 2.0943.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm so pleased with myself. All right, so the next one is So the next one is going to be, this is 5 pi divide 4, 0.78539. There's a bunch of other shit too, but we're ignoring it apparently.
Yeah, let's just go like 4 decimal places.
All right.
Seems all that could possibly be necessary.
Next one is just pi divide 2. Wait, what? Pi divide 2. Yeah, that's better. Okay, 1.57079.
Okay.
Next one is, sorry, 5 pi divide 3. It's going to be 1.04719.
Okay.
And the last one is 3 pi divide 2. 1.57079.
Are the third and the fifth the same?
I don't know. I didn't write them down. Are they the same?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Let me redo. Well, the third is a different equation, but it very well could be the same. Hang on.
Ow.
1.57079. I don't fraction super well, so hold on. We're doing this again. Wait, hold on. I screwed this up. Yep, I screwed this up. I got you. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
The last one is 4.71238.
4.7123.
1238, yeah. So we got some suggestions from chat that we should think about and explore.
Sure.
We have suggestions in translation are a website address, ? Or
Okay.
is it a location, latitude, and longitude? Which it would be multiple locations at that point, and we'd have to figure out which number is which. But that is kind of legit if you think about the number, if you think about how these numbers work. I don't know why we posted pi.com. Can someone explain this to me? Oh, doesn't work. Way to post a bad link. I trusted you. Then, yeah, I don't know what to make of that. So what did the grasshopper need to tend his farm? And we got numbers.
I have no idea. Let's look at latitude and longitude.
So, Sean, though that may be relevant, the capital J's are from, his typewriter didn't have a J key, but that may be relevant. What if those are positions to count from? So how many coordinates did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? How many J's we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Unless I missed one. Well, we might skip the first one, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
What about...
No, he didn't write them in, so he repaired his typewriter. And when he repaired his typewriter, I'm assuming he used parts from another typewriter, so it's got the wrong font, essentially, is what's happening, I think. Yeah. Or he had to use a capital J, something like
he's
that.
like
But
stuck
yeah.
on capitals.
Yeah, either way, it's from the typewriter repair. It's not actually handwritten. You gotta remember, he's good with mechanical objects. It's Jasper's jam. That's why he likes watches.
So how about this equation in something in the whatever?
So yeah, what if we started plugging in for the variables here? Or I guess, what do you call them in math? I'm a programmer. Bear with me. Oh my god, I literally can't remember what they're called in math.
What, variables?
It's not variables, is it?
Yeah.
Ah!
I don't know.
My brain broke. I'm in trouble.
I haven't taken an algebra class in a very long time.
Neither have I. All right, so we got 5 numbers, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Where? How do we know what they plug into?
Boy,
It's my next question.
I don't know.
Because it'd be m times d squared x over d t squared equals negative Knox. I don't know what the fuck that means. Negative box? Negative fox? Locks? I almost said Cox. Oh, there I did it.
I don't know.
It looks like a K, people. What do you want from me?
I don't know. This one's harder. Okay, so
Right, but I'm with you. I'm with you on the theorem, Zert. But I don't know how to translate it. Which maybe one of these quotes will lead us to some more information there.
did we Google any of these quotes yet?
Nope. Want to start with that?
Sure.
All right. So here's one. Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna read to you.
Okay.
Palette. Oh wait, I think that's a title. We're gonna skip that. I am finished, and so the next palette takes the pressure until it is my time again.
Nope. That is not existing in the internet. It's not in the tubes, man. It's not in the tubes.
Let's try this end piece, the one that stuck out to me. Remember?
Yep.
Rotate this page. Victory is an illusion of philosophy and fools, of philosophers and fools. I'm sorry.
That is Faulkner. It's from The Sound and the Fury.
All right.
Let's see here.
Palette. What'd you give me?
So, woof, the first. The entire quote. Do you want this entire quote? For some context.
Yeah, let's go for it.
When the shadow of the sash appeared in the 7 and 8 o'clock, and then I was in time again hearing the watch. It was grandfather's, and father gave it. He said, I give you the mausoleum of all hope and desire. It's rather excruciatingly apt that you will use it to gain the reductio absurdum of all human experience, which can fit your individual needs no better than it fitted his or his father's. Oh my God. This is so not the kind of English I speak. I give it to you not that you may remember time, but that you might forget it now, and then for a moment and not spend all your breath trying to conquer it. Because no battle is ever won, he said. They are not even fought. The field only reveals to man his own folly and despair, and victory is an illusion. Victory is an illusion of philosophers.
Okay. So this whole thing is a Faulkner quote.
I guess.
In the middle. It's a big Faulkner quote. All right. Other thing from chat. Zart found out what a palette fork is. So a pallet fork is apparently a part of a watch. It's this little guy that goes in to all these gears and stuff. Maybe Zart will get there. That's a good call. So this leads me to believe the grasshopper. So if you look at the pallet scarf, so the component is a lever escapement of a mechanical watch, right? So then we go back to the grasshopper code. The grasshopper escapement. The grasshopper is trapped for all time. So is the grasshopper escapement a watch, a specific piece to a specific watch? Is it this diagram that is figure A?
What does the quote say underneath grasshopper escapement?
The grasshopper is trapped for all time.
I think it's the name of figure A. I think it's because if you look at like how this gear would function, it looks like the leg.
Yeah, it kind of does look like, yeah.
I think that's what he named it.
So the grasshopper is trapped for all of time is a bit weird. But yeah, I see it. So pallet fork toggles back and forth, only takes one side. Yeah. This makes sense. So then with the
watches
context,
are crazy, and I didn't know.
Yeah, watches are crazy. Like real watches, they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, just stick a computer in that thing, man. What are you doing?
Well.
All right. I am finished, and so the next pallet takes the pressure until it is my time again. That makes sense with the pallet fork thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Zart also found out grasshopper escapement is actually, that's the diagram we were looking at.
Nice.
So is Jasper claiming to have designed a grasshopper escapement, or is he? Oh, look how it works. Look, there's an animation. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boop, boop. So maybe he's trying to figure out, he figured out how to fix one or something?
I mean, he's comparing himself to one of the...
It was invented by British
pallets.
clockmaker John Harrison around 1722.
Yeah, he's just comparing himself to one of the legs.
Yeah. Oh, Zart, you're right. Or Sean, good
off.
call. Maybe it's broken. So let's look at figure A.
Is it?
I don't know. It was a suggestion. We're looking into it.
I don't think so. I think that looks very functional. Maybe not.
Well, the diagram is missing some pieces. Oh, yeah, it doesn't look right. There's a weird dangly part in the middle. That doesn't look right.
No, it just looks like it's flipped. That gray part is like basically turned the other way.
But yeah. Oh, here's a more simplified version. This is closer to what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Lubrication. Anyway, I'm 12.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Child.
Is there a grasshopper in this guy? I see no grasshopper. I see no grasshopper in that guy. So Zart called out the time on this clock, 10:08. Yeah, give or take. I'd call that 10:08, maybe 10:07. 10:08, 10:07, halfway between. I don't know what that means.
Me either. Let's take a look at Sylvia's quick and go down to the very bottom and see if we can
Oh,
make anything
yeah.
out of this little.
If ye ye o na alabu.
Wowzers. So.
One day I'm gonna raise a demon or something when I do that shit. It's gonna be
God.
amazing.
I'm gonna laugh really hard and disconnect.
Good luck. Good luck. Watch out for demon snakes.
Deuces. Okay, so if D Y apostrophe E O N N A O N A A V U W.
I don't see any problem with my translation here.
Well, I don't think it's supposed to be words. Hey chat. Do you guys have any suggestions? I am feeling like I have no idea what to apply this to.
A song.
There's- What?
A song. That's what we apply it to.
I don't
Call
think
it a
it's a song. I don't think she wrote a song. There's also that little thing to do in there. An obedient horse will never jump a rail fence. A craft standard rail fence has a height of 3 and a cycle. And I don't know what that means.
Where's the letter if? Or letter.
Hi,
If
Peacock.
is a letter now. Where is the word if in her letter here? Hi, Ivor. Who's Ivor? Oh, hi, Ivor. Ivor Drew Peacock. I get it. Wait, do I?
I don't know.
I don't think I got it. What's up, man? Glad you're
Or
here.
a woman. We don't
Throw
know.
us a follow. We do this every week. We're crazy.
Like being very frustrated by potatoes.
Ooh, are they the missing letters from a little longer?
Is it?
Maybe.
No. Because there's no R. Although I really wanted it to be.
I don't know.
Guys, I don't know if I'm smart enough to do
I don't know either. Hey man, so we are near the tail end of our episode, but we are solving a mystery box from Hunt a Killer. And so what they do is they send a whole bunch of things and in this box every month to my friend Emily here. And we go through all of these things and start to unravel some sort of mystery. We are getting letters from a man named Jasper Flowers, and he apparently took Manny apart like Humpty Dumpty, but next time he'll find a way to best the king's men. That was a code that we found at the bottom of this letter that was a bunch of things. So you just solve a bunch of puzzles. So really we're just here solving a bunch of crazy puzzles because, you know, that's what you do on a Saturday. Puzzle Saturday.
Puzzles.
So yeah. I think this is probably a great place to start to wind it down and call it a day.
Oh, thanks. Oh, boysies.
Yeah, that is a nice box.
It's a good box.
Cool. So I think we've got a lot to think about over the next week as we rejoin on our adventure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to spend some time. Normally, we kind of go with like not visiting any of this stuff in between episodes, but at the very least, I'm gonna have to give some thought to it. Like as of right now, I have zero idea how to solve any of this for this new box. So yeah, I'm gonna give it some thought over the next 6 days, and we'll see what we come up with.
See what happens
next week.
Yeah, I'm. Oh, that's fantastic! Sorry. I'm. Yeah, These ones are. This like escalated very, very quickly.
Yeah. I feel like the last one there was
this
like
math. What the fuck
clear
is this math?
instruction.
We got to do this math. Like I don't even
Yeah, like about what we should be looking at, and this one is just kind of like left up to us, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I just have to think. I just have to think really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this was fun. This was a good week of letter reading and puzzle discovery. Puzzle discovery. We're going with puzzle discovery.
Sure.
Sorry we were off last week. We should be pretty good to be consistent for a while. Let us know what you think. Give us any ideas you think of during the week. Hit us up on Twitter. You can find us on Twitter at Attack of Op. That's Attack of OP. And you can hit Emily up on Twitter or myself up on Twitter. I'm at Trey Kane. Emily, what's yours?
Niemic, Niemie.
Sweet. We would love to hear from any of you as well. And we have another show Sunday. Sunday we will be playing Attack of Opportunity D&D. We are currently in the middle of some Curse of Strahd stuff, and we're looking forward to moving that forward. That's going to be fun. Yeah, are we doing the show next week? We kind of talked about the other one, but we're doing this show next week, even though it's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. So. We'll be doing this show next week, even though it's Memorial Day weekend. Sunday's up in the air. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, if you guys come up with anything in the meantime, let us know. And otherwise,
yeah, let us know. Yeah, cool. Well, I'm sorry you only saw 4 minutes, but hey, pro tip: if you follow us and then hit the notification thing, you'll get an email when we go live, and they'll be like, "Hey, we'll be live," and we'll be like, "Yeah, we're live." And
you can also check the past episodes on YouTube as well if you want to catch up.
Yeah, all of our past episodes end up on YouTube, so you can get an idea of where we're at. We had 4. This is number 5. This is 5. This is episode 5 for this show. Damn, episode 5 for this show. And Zart's right. We are doing a giveaway. And so when we hit 100 users or 100 followers on Twitch, we are going to give away a player's handbook and a set of dice for any lucky follower of us that would like to receive that item. It'll be a random drawing based on everybody that's following us now. If you are in one of our shows or have been in one of our shows or are currently in one of our shows, if you do anything for our channel, you do not qualify for this. But anyone else, fully on board. Let's do this. Fair game.
Thanks for the follow also.
Yes, thank you for the follow. And with that, Emily, do you have anything else you want to throw in there? We just said a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm good. That was all the 1,000 million announcements, and hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, we will see you tomorrow with Attack of Opportunity. Sean, we actually need you to kill the stream. Bye.